115 lakh people, of which 35 would still be in the villages, 65 would be in Jaipur urban area, and 15 lakh would be in a planned intervention. Of where we picked these were a number of factors. What is the existing infrastructure already that the government has provided, whether it's in social infrastructure, physical infrastructure, as well as what are the natural resources available, and finally, of course, environmental sensitivity. Where does it logically make sense to have this where it does the least amount of damage to the environment? These satellite cities, one of the biggest things was we said the fact that we allow urbanization to happen in this kind of a planned manner, because the choices were three actually in front of us. One is that we continue to allow Jaipur to grow the way it was growing. Second is that we actually say that we will distribute the development, make sure that urbanization is actually more logically distributed. How was the big question? Do we create new towns? Do we take existing towns? What's the way forward? Fortunately, in Jaipur district, we already had these towns which gave us strategic advantages. One of the big things that we felt in this was the idea of spatial justice. We keep talking about social justice for all. This actually gave us spatial justice. Access to a lot of stuff, infrastructure, land, opportunities, housing, all of that would come in through this. We mapped out, therefore, what would be the way in which each of these cities would grow. So you see on the left-hand, in the table on the left-hand side are all the 12 proposed cities, and then in time and space, what is the kind of projected population that would grow. We also looked at the housing requirements. We said, if based on this kind of a population, what is the housing requirement? Because you need to make sure that there's affordable housing for all. And the release of land also, very much like Singapore, where you don't release all the land for development for 2025 in 2008. You actually do a phased release of land so that you again intelligently plan your development and your expenditures. Cited on FSIs, minimum FSI.